Suleiman, I mean, we do not have in the Constitution the prime cabinet secretary position. So then, is it within the discretion of the president to create a position where Musalia Mudavadi, will be holding fort?
I think when you look at the Kenya Kwanza coalition agreement, they were quite clear as to how they were going to introduce the office of the prime cabinet secretary. It was through parliament by amending the National Government Coordination Act. So that is how they are going to introduce that particular office. And what is so important is that he will be part of the cabinet, and to that extent he'll be part of what is envisaged under Article 152. So the office of the prime cabinet secretary can be created, but the big issue is what will he be doing? If his main role shall be to maybe coordinate cabinet functions, I think in a way he will end up playing the role that we ordinarily expect to be played by the deputy president. And I think for me, these kind of political talks or political promises are the kind of issues that lead to confusions. I think in a few months we shall end up seeing a scenario whereby there'll be a tug of war between the two. It is not so clearly cut out the place of the deputy president. The deputy president under our constitution is regarded as the principal assistant to the president, meaning no other person should be the one assisting the president in executing his functions. We expect the Honorable Gachagua to be taking up his place. I think, in my view, this is one of the issues that shall cause a lot of confusions. I do not think it's a good thing. All I expected him to maybe is to put him in the cabinet. And I think the reason as to why the deputy president, the president now talked about this kind of position was to maybe attract various political big men. And I think it's about maybe promising the likes of Mudavadi a special office regarded as such, like the prime cabinet secretary slot. This is an office that shall cause more confusions than order, and I do not think it will do us any good. Going forward, we need to talk about members of the cabinet, the place of the deputy president, and the place of the president. That is what the Constitution...
So there's quite a thin line there.
What the Constitution anticipates is, when you look at even the order, under Article 152, we have the president, the deputy president, and cabinet secretaries and the attorney general. These are now the members of the cabinet.
Right.
That said, we expect the deputy president to be always there to assist the president. How will he be assisting him? Maybe to even be coordinating cabinet functions and cabinet secretary ideals. When you attend cabinet meetings, the president sits somewhere, next to him sits the deputy president. These kind of confusions are I think what caused a lot of problems during the executive order 1 that was signed by President Uhuru. The one he ended up creating a special committee within the cabinet that was again chaired by the Honorable Matiang'i. Then we ended up seeing a scenario whereby Matiang'i came out as sort of a supremo compared to the deputy. This is where we are leading to, unless the kind of amendment that they're going to do on the National Government Coordination Act clearly spells out the place of the prime cabinet secretary. And the way to avoid that is make him report to even the deputy president. That's how you avoid the whole puzzle. Make these members of the cabinet report to the president and the deputy president. These two form the presidency. These are the two people who we have elected as a team to lead us as a country. This kind of thing, unless these kind of confusions are sorted out through the amendment that we expect in Parliament, we shall again be in for another rough scenario. And again, this position that we talk about, the office of the prime cabinet secretary, is subject to it going through Parliament. And again, we know the game of numbers. Correct. Having a bill being introduced in the floor of the House to amend the law, I think again it will be taking up another process. But revisiting the Kenya Kwanza agreement, the president now had at the time expected that within 30 days in office, he shall ensure that this shall come to pass. And looking at the numbers, he may have his way around this, but that particular amendment should clearly spell out his functions and who he shall be reporting to, and also try to clarify his place from that of the office of the deputy